It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see the electric Jaden Daniels. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Commanders and the Cowboys. And it's coming up next on EA Sports.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. All right, football fans, settle in because we got bragging rights on the line in this one. Kate Scott, Brock Hewitt here with you as we get set for a division rematch. Brock, one side seeking the sweep and the other looking for some revenge after how that first showdown went.
What do they say about familiarity? Familiarity does what?
It breeds something, Brock. It breeds, contempt.
It breeds contempt.
Yeah.
These teams don't like each other. They can fake it. They can say all the right things in the papers. They don't want any bulletin board material. But the fact is, you know your division foes better than anybody, and they know you. And that familiarity does bring a little extra heat into this matchup.
Officially beyond the halfway point now, eyes starting to shift to the playoff picture as this Week 10 game gets underway. Oh, he's shown some burst on this return. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. So here come the Cowboys for their opening drive. Bringing them out is a Mississippi State fourth-round pick in 2016 who's found considerable success in this league, Dak.
And you could feel it, Kate. He wasn't content at any point of last week's game. As he led them to a win, he kept pushing higher and higher. 300 yards, 350, 400, and he was still thriving. As the game ended with a good bit over 400 yards. With this mindset, well, that's the minimum bar for him to attack this week.
He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Ivan Pace able to make the stop. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Another carry for him. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of about 3, so a third of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up. Dak now from the gun. Ferguson's got it, complete. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first. First down, here's Dak. Ferguson there to bring it in. And he's going to go down right along midfield stripe. 2nd and 3 now. Now here's Prescott. It's caught, Ferguson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Dak throwing again. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Dak off the play fake. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. He's got the first with room to go inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 18-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead You get what you need.
Now movement as somebody goes early. And for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials.
Ball start. Offense.
There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. From the gun is Prescott. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Prescott here from the gun. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. But you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
So now the Commanders will get their turn at an opening drive of the game. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken second in 2020. Daniels.
A win is a win for him, whether he goes for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, Kate, or maybe he just finds the end zone once like last week. And being the team-first guy he is, he'd be more than happy to end the game with just 1 touchdown pass, or maybe even no touchdown passes, so long as they get the win in the end.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Daniels. Into the hands of Terry McLaurin. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
From the gun, it's Robinson. Will cobble together a yard there. A tackle made by Mozzie Smith. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Daniels. Has a man, it's Brown. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Tackle made by Trayvon Diggs. So now here's 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Ooh, missed that one, and he knew it. Put it behind his guy, and now it's 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The Cowboys and quarterback Dak Prescott ready to get back to work. And we're getting a look at the leaders in passing touchdowns this season here, where you will find his name among the top 5 right now in the NFL. Throwing on first is Prescott. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. So that brings up second down. Throwing again is Dak. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Prescott set to pass. Escapes the pocket. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down. The Cowboys sending out their punting unit. And he's going to have to hit this one from the edge of his own end zone. He punted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Commanders will go on offense. Markers reset. Ball at the 37. 1st and 10 are under Robinson. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
He'll get this one to Brown. And he's brought down for a loss.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that. Defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
Daniels throwing on third. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. He was looking for Terry McLaurin. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. So on 4th down, out comes Matt Ariza to boot it away. His first effort went 47 yards. Brock looks to have a little more into this one. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. And that punt gets up to 59 yards. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll run the counter. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required, along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stopped.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And Washington into the dime here, defending pass, 3rd down coming. Now Dak to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get it up to the 44. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he gets him around 6 there. Marshawn Lattimore up for the secondary for the stop. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And his charge towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Short pass brought in. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Christian Fulton, the one to bring him down. Commanders with an extra DB out there to defend this third down. Back to throw. Here's Dak. Into traffic. Complete. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
1st and 10, Prescott. Throw complete to Lamb. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Marshawn Lattimore up for the secondary for the stop. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Another throw for Prescott. On target to his back, Rico Dowdle. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. It was Mike Sanders still on that stop. 1 quarter down for these two NFC East teams. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll return to Landover right after this. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They're moving it well, but now face a 3rd and short. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. So I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
Dump off caught by his back. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
He's throwing deep to the left side. And oh, he got it! Interception! The rookie from Georgia has it.
Red zone defense. It is a part of the practice week at least twice. Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays. Because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away. That is a gold star effort by the defense.
The Commanders and Terry McLaurin ready for another look on offense. And so far, with a chunk of the season gone, you can see he's been the league's most productive receiver in terms of yardage. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
First down, and they go right back to it. Again, he hits the second level. And he works this down to the 41. How about 29 yards on first down? And a fresh set of downs on its way.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Pass caught, 9-yard line. He makes it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Ryland tacks on the extra point. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Return coming from the 6. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. The Cowboys and running back Rico Dowdle back out now. Still in search of their first points as we work our way through the middle of this game. The score 7-0. First down, here's Dak. Got Lamb, and it's complete. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
The best defensive ends in the NFL, they don't need to win sustained battles to get home. Nope. Sometimes, Kate, all they need is one quick move, and they're into the backfield blowing it up.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Trying again, following the sack. And he overshoots his man. It's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now it's going to be third and long. Dak now from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Here's Robinson up the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Commanders will have a first.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
Big shot to begin the drive, has him up beyond the 40. Going to the ground again on first. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
They send a man in motion. Staying with Robinson. And he's able to get this down to the 36. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
On first down, here's Daniels. Complete. It's McLaurin. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more.
And they will score. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders pull out in front further, 13-zip. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Ryland now for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Commanders double their lead to 14. The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Cowboys about set to take over. They haven't been able to get that offense going just yet, Brock. The deficit at 14. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Dak off the play fake. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Commanders have it as he records his 7th interception of the season. And they're whistling for a stop here, and that's one of the Cowboys who's in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Robinson on the inside give. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly when he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
That's more of the catch out left. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They're now set for a 1st and 10. An option give to Robinson. Juke the defender. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
Washington Commanders 1st down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Robinson is in. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders take a 20-zip lead. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they paid the price over and over and over again.
Ryland able to connect on the point after. And the Commanders stretch their lead to 21. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. This return starts at the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense headed back out there now for Dallas. And this drive, Brock, hopefully longer than that last one. They were only out there one play before they were picked off.
They're kind of a good chance right now to see how risk-averse these guys are offensively. A lot of game left. They could give the passing game a little breather and start this one on the ground.
He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Frankie Louvu there for the tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. To throw is Prescott. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Prescott here from the gun. He has the 1st over the middle. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down. Working from the pistol, Prescott. It's caught, Ferguson. And they had that one contained right at the line. Christian Fulton, the one to bring him down. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Dak throwing again. Ferguson there to bring it in. And he takes it up and across midfield to Commanders territory.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Throwing now, 3rd and 2. Flushed out of the pocket. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. We've hit the 2-minute warning now from the nation's capital. The Cowboys have a choice to make. Dallas sends its punting unit onto the field. And they could really use a good one here. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. The Commanders and Brian Robinson Jr. running back on now. They get that big old marker out, cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. Daniels on first down. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Out of the gun, Daniels. He's got a man left. And that's good for a gain of 5. Tackle made by Trayvon Diggs. Cowboys sending out the dime package. 3rd down. Man in motion out of the slot. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Completed to his running back. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
This one taken in by Kraft. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Again, Daniels to the air. Completed over the middle. He's still going at the 30. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 35 out of that one. And the Commanders will have a first.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. He gets this one to McLaurin. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. Washington calls it 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. They motion the tight end over. Working inside the red zone. And they will score. Touchdown, Washington! The Commanders get more points to end a lopsided first half. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Ryland tacks on the extra point. And the Commanders continue piling on to this lead. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Looking to throw. Ferguson's got it. Complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Back to throw it. Stays in the pocket. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. It's halftime from near the nation's capital. The Commanders pulling in front after 2. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to Orlando. Turn things over to our buddy Jonathan Coachman in the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. And it's the Raiders who have the lead in that one. Devin Duvernay, a touchdown reception. From there, we move to Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City to see what's going on with the Chiefs. And it's the visiting LA Chargers who have the lead in that one at halftime. Justin Herbert with 2 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And that one all tied. The Commanders got a strong first half out of their quarterback, Jaden Daniels. He connected on 3 touchdown passes in those first 2 quarters, as his guys have built up a sizable lead here at the break.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Nicole Hardman now on the return. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Commanders back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And he's already scored once this game, something he's made a bit of a habit of this season. As we see, he's among the league's best at finding that end zone. A run here with Robinson. And he's able to maneuver this up past the 30. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
A game of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the gun, it's Daniels. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete. Trying to force one through there. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
Coverage defensively by Micah Parsons.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. The Commanders ready for the punt. Matt Ariza, the one to send it away. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And he'll scrape together what he can on the return. He gets it back to the 20. 65 yards on the punt there. And it's going to be their football coming up. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. First down, here's Dak. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Commanders pick this one up. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
The home teams and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. This is hauled in by McLaurin. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Daniels. This one's caught. Touchdown, Washington. And they love the scoring production he's brought out of their offense. That touchdown gives him 10 on the season. Ryland now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders grow their lead yet again. The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Has this at the 6. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. Another drive coming up for this Dallas offensive unit. And turnovers, well, we all know, never okay for the players, certainly not okay in a coach's eye. And with as many as they've had here, Brock, gonna be tough to play these highlights back after this game.
Yeah, tough but essential, Kate, because watching these plays, this is the difference between good and great. I got to be around Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning didn't watch his highlights. He watched his sacks. He watched his interceptions. He wanted to critique himself through these difficult circumstances. And when you do, well, you could become a Hall of Famer like Peyton.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 42. Dumps it off to his running back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the 47. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas. Prescott here from the gun. Pass complete to Mechie. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. 2nd and 3 now. Dak now from the gun. It's caught, Ferguson. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they bring him to a stop with this run, gets him into the red zone, down to the 15. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. He brings it in. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up 1st and goal. Now Dak to throw. Catch is made in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Second chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
3rd and goal, right back to him. And he gets in, touchdown. The Cowboys still need a lot more as they shrink the deficit. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating a defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
That one right down the middle. And the Cowboys cut the lead down to a more manageable 28 points. Hardman with a return. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. And you can see in these clips quite an extensive highlight reel he's put together in what is a 4-touchdown game for him already.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say this guy's in the zone. I know in hoops, sometimes shooters say that hoop looks and that basket looks enormous. Right? I know on a golf course you're thinking, man, everything is a birdie. For this guy today, 4 touchdowns on the ledger, he's made it look easy.
Now they send their back in motion right. Daniels on 1st down. Completes this one to Kraft. And he'll get it up to the 44. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
From the gun, a give to Brown. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Cowboys territory. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, Daniels. Complete out to the right. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. All right, set now. 1st and 10.
Commanders, first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard
A toss now to Robinson. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Tackle made by Ernest Jones. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
To throw, Daniels. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10.
Another Washington first down. 1st and 10 at the 20.
Here's Daniels. This one taken in by Kraft. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Moore's got it. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Brown on the inside give. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Here's Robinson. And he's going to take it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders piling onto the scoreboard yet again. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Commanders continue adding on to that lead. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Fielded at the 7. Good looking return here, and he's got room. Tackles made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. The Cowboys and this running back headed back out for a new series. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. And the turnovers have not helped as they find this game out of reach at the moment here in the 3rd. Throwing on 1st is Prescott. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. From the gun is Prescott. Connects with Mechie. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. It was Mike Sanders still on that stop.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Throw complete to Lamb. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Right up the gut. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Give that tackle to Johnny Newton. Only a yard on the play, and that takes us to the end of quarter number 3. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's Cowboys football as we're really just counting down this final quarter. This game seems out of hand. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's Dak. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's running with it. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run. 3rd and just 2 to go. Dak to the air here. Complete beyond the marker. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Cowboys first down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
And they corral him after a minimal gain to the 21. Moving in the right direction that time, but only 2 yards picked up, so it's 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Here's Dak. And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys putting up points in a game decided. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
That one right down the middle. And the Cowboys cut the lead down to a more manageable 28 points. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Return starts at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The home teams returning their offense and this running back to the field. And I think we can agree the plan to keep him out of the end zone, it hasn't quite worked so well for this defense, at least not yet. He scored twice, really been the one his group can turn to for a spark or a big play when they've needed it. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Brown. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. On 2nd down, Robinson. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Oh, that vision he has when he gets into space like a chess master. Seeing multiple moves ahead of time. He knows who's going to attack and at what angles, and he maneuvers his way through before someone can finally get to him.
A give now to Brown. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. A tight end in motion now. Here's a give to Robinson. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. It's a gain of 4 there. And that'll be good for a Washington first. Another carry for Robinson. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's Daniels. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Man in motion here. Throwing now, 3rd and 2. He has the burst over the middle. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Commanders will have a first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Complete. It's McLaurin. And he'll go down here at the 16. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
2nd and 6 at the Cowboys' 16-yard line.
Again, Daniels to the air. He'll get this one to Brown. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a 1st and goal. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Is across the line for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders keep running away with this. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Ryland now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders tack on 7 more to their lead. The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Cowboys offense headed out there. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. First down, here's Dak. Pass complete to Mechie. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And he takes this across. Nope, beg your pardon. They're going to spot him right at the 35-yard line. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. 1st and 10 from the 41. Prescott here from the gun. Mechie hauls it in. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Dak now from the gun. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
You know, one thing I noticed, Kate, coaching youth football, everybody wants their kid to play quarterback. That is, until they get knocked to the mat. And that's now 5 sacks in this game, let alone the number of times the quarterback's been flushed as well. Not everybody is built to play quarterback.
Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And he's going to get past the 40 before he goes out. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Now here's Prescott. And they pick him off again. Quan Martin with the pick. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long, but throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
This offense headed out as we get a look at their running back. This game, but with touchdowns on 3 straight drives, Brock, they're probably going to want to keep that streak going. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he's brought down after a short gain. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 30-yard line.
They'll run the draw with Robinson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in D.C. Commanders close to picking up their 5th win. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Daniels. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up.
Delay of game, offense.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty.
Still first down.
Set him back 5. It's 1st and 15 after the penalty. Motioning one of the tight ends. They'll run here following the penalty. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
At the 47-yard line.
Staying with Robinson. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. And the Cowboys bringing on an extra DB here. 3rd down coming. Daniels now. That's more on the quick slant. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down.
At the 40-yard line.
So score this as a win for the Commanders. And they take not just a victory, but some serious year-long bragging rights home with them after this one, as they finish off the sweep of their division rivals. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Commanders, as with that, we sign off from D.C.